The 2025 Lincoln Navigator. This is the reserve, the top of the line trim level. This is the standard wheelbase, but I have been waiting to get my hands on this vehicle. One thing that stands out with this vehicle is the light bar that runs all the way across the front. You definitely know when this thing is behind you. Even then, you still have the illuminated Lincoln logo. Coming alongside, you have your 22-inch wheels, and guys, I love blacked out cars. Now, I don't know if this is a little too much black, but for me, this thing is perfect. One thing I love is how huge that Navigator word is on the side. I mean, that is very classy. It almost touches the door handle, guys, and this thing is beautiful. It has a certain design in the windows right there. Once again, you know that's a Navigator. And going to the back, just look at that light, guys, going all the way across. I turned the turn signal on so you guys can see it, but look at the dimensions there, and you have Lincoln inside of this plastic. Now, guys, I love the double split right there. That is beautiful. I think that should be pretty much standard, or at least optional on most vehicles, so those groceries won't fall out. I love that. But if you hit this right here, then that section comes down and you have your gate open. I love that this is carpeted. That's premium right there, kind of like a Rolls Royce and all that stuff, guys. I'm trying to talk good. You have a small amount of storage right there. Coming over here, you have your AC 12 volt. Nice. You have your traditional lighter charger, whatever I like to call it that. 2 USB-Cs, and if you come on this side, you have a storage cubby. You have your lights for the actual trunk lid, as you can see. You have the third row let down and let up. What is this thing here? Huh, maybe that's something for you to hang coats on. There's one on both sides, or maybe that's for a rack. I don't know, guys. You even have these here. Okay, so it's definitely for the rack, so you can get an optional rack back here. But guys, this thing is smooth, and one thing I notice is that, dude, the lights on the tailgate swivel. That is cool. Now, if you go up, if you hit this, I wonder if both close. Let's see. Oh, it closes at the same time, guys. Now let's hop in the back seat before we get inside. You got your automatic stair. Just look at that decorated door panel. I love that. It looks like a little trickles of starlight dust or something. Speaker there. You have your door handle inside of the door handle. But look at that, guys. The one thing I love with these VIP back seats is the power tilt and slide seats. I love that. That should be standard in a vehicle that's competing with this, guys. Now on the back here, you do have USB-C, 2 of them. Storage pocket with a hard cover, and look at the stainless, the brush look right there. There's my beautiful wife trying to stay out of the video. But right here, those are the power buttons for the shade up here that close the whole thing. You can close that from the back. For the VIPs, you have this screen, voila, it's touch, to adjust your seats, climate control, music, all that stuff, guys. You have a storage space right here, which is nice. Tuck the phones, 2 cup holders. This can all be hidden. And you have a center compartment right here. Nice and deep. And you see there's a lever on both armrests. I love that kind of design. Going down here, you have nice storage space that even has a door, guys. I mean, that's cool. Pretty deep. Has a padded spot right here. Over in the front here, you have, boom, more cup holders down there, nicely hidden, and of course your house plug. And the third row, very nice, spacious enough, is what you expect, guys. This is very nice. You have your vents on the ceiling. I love that when the automotive companies do that, vents on the ceiling. That should be standard. And just look at the thickness of this seat. It gets the same treatment as the front. Now, one thing that I love about what Lincoln is doing right now is the huge screen up there. Just look at that, man. You still have your traditional screen down here. I mean, just let me back up. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's start back with the door. I'm excited because I've been waiting on this vehicle. You have, of course, your traditional. I love how simple these are. It don't have to tell you, oh, this window's up, down. We know that. You don't need that. But look how traditional this is. Look how clean it is. Of course, you have your adjusting seats, just like the back. You have your lumbar support. Getting in, I mean, guys, this thing first, the shape of the steering wheel, I love that lately. You have everything you need up here displayed as if it is your desktop at work. Huge Revel speaker right there. Of course, you have your touchscreen here, your trailer controls right there. There's the braking and the steering, of course. Now the gloss, I love that. Your engine start is to put it in park, reverse, neutral drive. That takes some getting used to. My wife, of course, loves the crystal knob right here for the audio. There are your gears if you want to control it manually. Of course, you guys know what those are. This is pretty cool. There's your cup holder. There is your Lincoln key right here. You can hide that, and this is cool too. The cell phone sits right here on the charge pad, sitting sideways, and you have a USB-C and a USB right there, and these just tuck away, and you can just look at that wood grain type finish. Center console, once again, it has both. This is pretty deep. Look at that, with 2 USB-Cs, and I believe this is that traditional cigarette lighter. Yes, it is, because this thing is cool. I love it. Let's look at my wife.
He looked at me.
Up here, up top, guys, you have traditional things like your sunglass holder, and of course those are your controls for the sunroof and all that. You have your garage controls. Now let's take this thing for a quick drive. Once again, I told you guys, this is park reverse. We're gonna hit drive. Boom. And real quick, let's look at the dashboard. You can see everything you got, but this is what my wife likes. It tells you who's sitting in what seat, and let me pop my seatbelt off as the driver. Seatbelt is off. You see, it tells you that, guys. But I mean, just going across the dashboard real quick, even at the very end, I love how the time slides up and down, guys. That is pretty cool. But driving this thing, the one thing I would say, me and my wife said it. My wife, I mean, we almost said it at the same time, that if you're that guy that wears a suit, get dressed up, have meetings every day, this is it. This actually looks like you're somebody important when you pull up. Even if you pulled up in shorts, you look like somebody important pulling up in this. And it has all the features for that corporate person. But let's see if I can do a quick pull right here. Let's see how this thing moves. Right here, 3, 2, 1, punch it. All right, what that means is the Navigator will get those VIPs out of there very quickly if there's a problem, guys. But this thing is great to drive, especially it feels new and refreshing with the entire dashboard going on. And then you have this oddly shaped steering wheel, of course, this rectangle shape makes a lot of room up here and underneath. But you have your cruise controls right here, the very high-end cruise control. Watch you make sure you're not sleeping. Guys, hopefully we get this thing from Lincoln so I can give you a true review. But that is our time now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Watch the channel, guys, and I will see you on the next review.